Yo, what up? I'm gonna be going over all the seasons of The Legend of Korra. I binge watched this shit, so that's just how I'm gonna do it, alright? So stick around. So The Legend of Korra started back in 2012. I didn't really get into the show at that time because I was basically somewhere else for like since 2010 to 2013, so I was gone. But basically, it takes right after Avatar: The Last Airbender. Takes 70 years later from the events of the show. Also, you could read the books in between. You know, catch up on characters and shit like that. I haven't read them yet. I'm going to, but I'll go over more of the show towards the end. Of course, you know how I do this. I'm gonna go over some of the characters, but I'm not gonna go over all the characters in all the seasons because there's fucking too many. This show will be like 4 hours long if I specifically go with each character. But don't worry, I'll stick with the main ones and give you my favorites at the end. So it's all cool, you know. So yeah, as you know, anyone that's seen the Airbender knows this world is comprised of bending people, earth bending, fire bending, water bending, and wind bending. And of course, there's one person in the entire world that could master all four. It is the Avatar, which is Avatar Korra. She's originally from the Southern Water tribe, raised there with her fucking dog, polar bear dog. I don't know what the fuck it is. And they run together. They've been trained since they were small. She's mastered the three elements so far: water, earth, and fire. This fucking wind is really hard to master for her because it clashes with her personality. But yeah, to me, she feels like she has one something from the original character. She has Katara's motherly instinct and cool headedness, Toph's badassness, Zuko's fucking resolve, never quitting, being number one. Forgot his name, Katara's brother, just joking around all the time and shit. And then later on, she develops Aang's level thinkiness and caring about people.
I'm the Avatar! You gotta deal with it!
Of course, like I said, in the beginning of the show, she is young. I don't know what age she is really. A 17-year-old. I think that's when the series starts. So she's 17-year-old when we first see her. Of course, she's preteen. At least she's not underage like the other characters were in the Avatar: Last Airbender. So that's pretty cool. But she is, like I said in the beginning, she acts more like Toph and Zuko, and just kicking ass and shit. Later on, she develops throughout the seasons, learning other stuff, being more compassionate through events. I'm not gonna give any spoilers away, so don't worry. But yeah, like I said, she is a badass character. I like her character. I did not at one point not like her character. It was just cool. She was the perfect choice. They made her, like I said, she had something from all the original characters. I think that's what I liked about her. All right, this is my man right here, the earth bending champion, my man Bolin. Oh man, this guy had me laughing throughout the whole fucking series. I swear to God. And of course, you can't be Bolin without your trusty fucking. I forgot what his name was, but the little squirrel, fire squirrel. I think it's Pabu. Yes, Pabu. Dude, this guy was fucking hilarious. I swear to God, if he wasn't in the show would probably be dull. I swear to God. This guy, man, oh man, he provided so much of the humor in the show, especially in tense scenes where like shit's like really dire. He's like, "What'd you guys say?" He just busts out a joke out of nowhere. I love this guy. Of course, he has a brother. His name is Mako. I'll go over him right now. And like I said, this guy, but he's really cool though. He has like a good heart, even though it does lead him to do some shady things. He does it with good intentions. He's probably the one character I could see not being corrupted at all if they continue this in the books, later on. Um, but things do happen to him, but like I said, does not corrupt this character. He stays who he is, and he is Bolin. And like I said, he has a brother who can firebend. His name is Mako, the ladies' man. This man, I swear to God, we see this guy go from a punk teenager to a ladies' bro to a fucking cop to I don't know what else he becomes, but yeah, this guy, he's pretty cool. At first, I'm like, I'm not gonna like this fool. He's just an asshole. But no, he turned out to be a really cool guy, especially when dealing with the whole relationship problems he has with Korra, and then later on Asami. He's a pretty cool dude. I hang out with him, but I definitely hang out with Bolin. That's for sure. Like I said though, I actually liked him. I'm not gonna spoil anything, so I must keep my mouth shut from here on out. But they do show what happened because both Bolin and him were raised in the streets of Republic City. But we do find out what did happen to his parents, their parents, and how they came to be, really. So I'll put in a clip here, so chill out. And of course, we have Asami Sato, the other girl I was telling you about that Mako dated and shit. Um, she's a rich girl. We first see her in I want to say around episode 3 or 4, riding a moped. Yes, there are mopeds and cars in this show. I'll go over all that later. But we find out that she's a rich girl. Her father invented the Sotomobile, which is basically the fucking vehicles they use in the show. And damn, is she fucking gorgeous. Like, even when when we first see her, and she kind of runs into Mako, she takes off her helmet, and they do the slow motion thing. I'm like, oh my god. Even Mako's like, whoa, what up, bro? See? Look at that. But no, she can handle herself. Being a rich girl, she's like Toph, really. She's as rich as Toph was, but she can handle herself just like Toph. No matter, even though she can't bend, she has no ability to bend. She's just a regular human. She could hold up her own against benders. Really, I've seen her go up against those chi blockers and other benders. Well, not really go up against benders, but I sort of got if she goes up against them, she could take them out.
Asami, did you know Korra likes Mako?
Oh, no, I wasn't completely aware of that.
Oh, here's the master, the only last airbender master, Tenzin. Of course, that means he is Aang's son. One of 2, actually. Or one of 3 children that Aang had. And of course, we also see his family. Because, being the last airbender, you gotta, get that seed out there. Nah, but he's cool, dude. He himself knows he has much to learn. He tries to model himself again, trying to be Aang, really, like his dad. But of course, that does cause problems for him later on. But overall, he's still a good mentor. He does get a little mad sometimes, but he is fucking funny too. I swear to God.
You are not me, and you should not be me. You are Tenzin.
Lin Beifong. Damn, she could rest me any day. Nah, she is pretty hot, but she is one of Toph's daughters. That's saying right there, because you know how Toph was, grew up really sheltered. Well, she let her daughters basically have any kind of freedom, and this daughter, Lin Beifong, chose to be just like her mom, police officer. Of course, that means she could earthbend and metal bend, since Toph was the one that created metal bending. But overall, she is a fucking badass. Even though she does come up as a bitch sometimes and like a straight up cop, she is badass. Trust me. She does have her issues with her mother and her family, as you'll see later on throughout the series. But overall, I think she has a good heart. She just has these issues she has to work through. I mean, who doesn't? Of course, we were told in the first season that she did date Tenzin for a long time, but then they broke up, and then she fucked up the Air Temple Island. So that's fucking hilarious. But she can't hold herself up against many opponents. Trust me. She even taking down airships like her mom did at the end of the last Airbender. So you'll get to see that. Don't worry. That's some crazy shit she does. Like I said though, she's a good. She's a Kadura female. doesn't seem to care about anything, but she actually does. So that's pretty cool.
That lady is my hero.
Yeah, I just put a quick picture of Toph's and Lim Beifong's family. Here we go. They all come on the show, so you all see them. Don't worry. Not ruining nothing here, nothing to the plot. So chill out. But of course, there's many other characters I'm not going over. There's this dude that can fucking lava bend, which is badass. This other guy, pretty crazy. This dude that lives in his mom's basement and he's 24 years old. Oh, sounds familiar. Of course, you have Tenzin's entire family. Korra's family, Tenzin's brother right there, Boomy, Korra's father, Korra's uncle, Korra's cousin. Dude, there's so many characters in this show. I wish I could go over all of them, but like I said, I binge watched this, and yeah. Oh, this is one of my other favorite characters besides Bolin, Varric. This motherfucker is a genius, rich. He just likes wasting money. I like him already. Hell yeah.
Why do you have a plane on your boat? In case the boat sinks, of course.
But there's no runway. How are we supposed to take off?
Julie! Take a note. Build runway.
Yes, sir.
So this food just creates random shit. Trust me.
Quick question. Is this thing fast enough to get away from my crazy waterbending ex-girlfriend?
Why do you think I built this boat?
Even like the announcer fool that announces everything before the episode starts. I wish he'd come out more in the show, but whatever.
One of them is in the booth with me right now, folks. He is leveling one of those glove devices at me now, and I believe he is about to electrocute me. I am currently wetting my pants.
Of course, there are old characters from the original show that come out. Toph Beifong comes out. She's older, of course. Katara comes out, older too. And of course, even fucking old Fire Lord Zuko. But he's not Fire Lord no more. But he's still badass. Even my man, General Iroh, comes out. That's how crazy this shit gets right there. I swear to God. Even this fucking bird. Remember that bird? All of that doesn't pique your interest. Don't worry. The scenery will. Republic City. The most advanced city in the world now. Where non-benders and benders can get together. You can go to the South Pole, see the festival, hang out with peeps, or even we go back to our roots. We go back to fucking the capital of the fucking Earth Kingdom. That which is, I forget the name of it, but we're there. I think Baisong Sing, or I'm screwing it up, but we get to see the capital. We get to enjoy the first level ring, because they have walls and rings, and the first level ring is poor, so it's gonna smell like shit. But don't worry, you'll go to the palace ring, and you get to see the rich people hanging out and shit. And then we even get introduced into a new city called Metal City, or I forgot the name of it, but basically the Metal Clan created it, and it's fucking badass. But don't worry, if you always worry about that security, got the standing army waiting there that could all metal bend and earth bend. And when you at night, they could close down the fucking walls and cocoon the city. So don't worry about it. You bros and women that like romance, don't worry, there's plenty of it, trust me. People switch partners in this shit more than fucking people do in real life. Like, you got jealousy and shit going around, fucking people hitting on other people. And then all of a sudden that other person gets jealous, and then shit goes crazy, and then all of a sudden they kiss and shit, and then people start kissing other people. Fuck.
Bolin, this isn't what you think.
I wouldn't do that to my bro Bolin. So don't worry, Bolin gets other women. It's all cool. Like I said, there's many romances in the show. Going back to the story. So yeah, the world has changed. It feels like they're in somewhere between the 1930s and 1940s. Trust me. Especially around season 4 when the rise of the Third Reich comes out. So it's around that time. Plus they got old-timey radios and cars. Bending is still around. I feel like the Avatar wasn't necessarily needed anymore, and especially Korra feels that way throughout the show. But it is. Hopefully they will continue with books. That's been confirmed. So those of you, what happened at the end. I'm not going to go over that. I'm going to leave that towards the end and give my thoughts on that. But yeah, they might go in with books, and will they ever make another like series with a different Avatar? Who knows? If they do, it's probably gonna be even more futuristic. So we'll be happy to see when that happens. So I'm gonna grade it. Then I'm gonna go over my thoughts on the ending of the fourth season. So if you haven't seen it after the grade, you can just stop watching. Don't worry. I'll put a timer so you guys know, hey, okay, we gotta leave. All right. Overall, I love the artwork. I love the lore. To be honest, I thought it was even better than the Avatar: The Last Airbender, the one with Aang and his crew. So I know people will be like, "What the fuck? Are you crazy?" I'm like, "No, dude, watch it. Trust me. It was way better. Music was awesome. Fighting, there was more fighting, except armies never fight for some reason, but that's cool. I just think the other characters gave it more depth. I think that's what was even better. So my score for the entire season 1 through 4 is a 9 out of 10. That's my score. All right, 9 out of 10, and I give you all my reasons. All right, now I'm gonna go over the final 5 minutes of the last episode. So if you haven't seen it, if you don't want to get any spoilers, whatever, I suggest you leave now. But hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll put more videos out. Alright, so they're gone, right? Alright, so the ending. A lot of people were confused. A lot of people knew what the ending meant. I knew what it meant, especially the part where Asami was the last one to talk to Korra. I saw it coming, but I felt like there was no leading into that relationship. But I found out that the writers did put out a statement saying you could not see it if you were looking at it through a heterosexual microscope or fucking thing. So I was like, whoa, I never do that. But I still didn't see it. I mean, if you take in the fact that the 3 scenes where she is with Asami in the last season, the first scene is she. Okay, take in the 4 scenes, because she gets Asami hangs out with Korra when she's recuperating after the end of the 3rd season, but then she leaves, and then the only person Korra writes to is Asami. Literally states that. Okay, that's nothing weird. Okay, whatever. Then when they finally reunite in the 4th season, they hug, and there's a little moment, but it cuts off when Asami says, "Hey, cute hair," and then she blushes. Okay, I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, I had guys tell me I look cute too, whatever. And then the last part was that the last 2 minutes of the show when they start talking to each other. So there was not really much of a lead-in. They did kind of hang out in the reminiscing episode, but there was nothing there really. So I felt like there was no lead-in, but like they said in IGN, I'll put a link at the bottom. They explained it very well, and what they said was basically at that moment that's when they realized, and as soon as they're hanging the spirit wheel, and then that makes more sense. I'd be like, okay, that's great, work for the books coming up. So that's my opinion on that. I had to think about it for a while, but overall it's a good ending though. Great job, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.